In Yale, actually, it's more of like what you really want to do, like in your life, and you choose the courses that you really want to do, and you try to excel in those things. Good scholarship. I really wanted to have that global exposure. I also like have had some inclination to work in the jobs are there, but competition is more because of the job market. You can tie it in those essays to make a very good story, a very good and authentic story, which could be utilized for that application. Your reflections and your suggestions really helped me to improve my application, and even like interview also the suggestions you provided, it really helped. So thanks to you.
Perfect. So, hello everyone. We have with us today Rahul Sharma. Rahul is a current student at the Yale's MAM program. Yale's MAM program, for those of you who don't know, is a program specifically designed for students who are doing the second MBA, right? Who have already done an MBA before this and now are looking to, because of various reasons, do a second MBA. And Rahul is currently pursuing one. Before this, he had pursued an MBA from the Indian School of Business as well. But I don't want to get into a lot of details because I leave the background and the introduction to Rahul. Rahul, can you just give us a quick glimpse into your background, even pre ISB? Just tell us a little bit about your journey till date. What you did pre ISB, then after ISB, and then how you've landed at Yale right now.
Sure, sure. Hi, everyone. So basically, like I'm an engineer as usual, like a lot of us are. So I did my BTech from NIT Bhopal in mechanical engineering, and after that, I worked with Suzuki, Maruti Suzuki for 3 years. 1 year with Bharti Telecom in supply chain department, and then I thought of doing like something else. So I joined Youth for India Fellowship. So I worked in a village called Tilonia for 13 months as a Youth for India fellow, and then I worked as a consultant with the same NGO in Tilonia for like around 2 years. So after that, I did my PGP from ISB, and then I worked in Gabon. It's a country in Africa for 2 years, and finally, like I joined Yale MAM program here and pursuing it.
And
So this is
if I'm correct, you pursued your PGP at ISB in 2021, right? Or
yeah,
2020?
yeah, 2021. Yes.
Got it. So I remember your background vividly, Rahul, and I also remember being inspired by it. To be honest,
Thank you so much.
Rahul, guys, Rahul was one of those students who had done so many things, right? And all of them really good and really diverse. He had a very unique story coming from a background that none of us could possibly even imagine, and still being able to achieve the heights that he has, till date. So Rahul, first of all, I'm really, really inspired. I was really inspired even through by your journey when we were working together, but even today to see what you're doing really, really, gives me that push to keep doing what I'm doing as well.
Thank you
Perfect.
so much.
Uh, Rahul, let's talk about why you're looking to do, or why were you looking to do a second MBA? What prompted that decision of yours?
So, actually, after ISB, I was working in Gabon, and I realized that like my global exposure is something that I really want to have, and I wanted to imbibe few leadership skills also. So, for global exposure, I realized that I have to target the schools where the people are coming from multicultural environment and coming from like different places. So I think Yale was the obvious choice because of that. Because currently in my batch, there are like people from around 23, 24 countries, speaking different languages and all those things. So is really helping me to understand different thought processes. Because coming from India, where a lot of exposure I had was within India, so it is really helping me out. Second thing is this particular program is very flexible, so there are only two required courses, and 80% of the course is like elective. So I can also like do what I really want to do. So I have like interest in artificial intelligence, so now I have taken few courses in that area. Plus like it's so diverse that I'm taking one course in like from Yale School of Drama also in acting,
Wow.
so it's kind of fun. So yeah, the major reason was to have a like global exposure and like to study the area that I am really interested in right now, which is like artificial intelligence.
Got it. But it wasn't as if you did not have global exposure before, right? So you worked in Philippines for a while. I remember you worked in Africa for a while as well. So was this also because of the US factor that prompted you to probably look at Yale?
Yeah, that is like that was one of the factors. US factor was also there because it's a STEM degree. So
Mhm.
you get to work in the US for 3 years, because in under STEM degrees people have like 1 year of OPT, and then they can extend it to 2 more years, so basically 3 years. So that was also there, that was also one of the factors, apart from like having these kind of experiences that I really wanted to have.
Got it. And was this missing at ISB? Would you say that?
No, actually, ISB is very diverse in its sense because when I was in ISB, I was like studying with people coming from very different background. Like someone is like worked like me, like worked in remote areas, and someone worked on some artificial intelligence project. Someone worked on like someone was a yoga teacher. So there's very diverse background in terms of the work experience that people brought in ISB, and I think that is like one of the like most diverse B school in India. But when we talk about like people coming from different nations, different nationalities, I think here Yale can help you more because actually people are coming from different culture, different beliefs, and different geographies. So it really gives you a different perspective. Having said that, ISB also gave me a gave me an amazing experience in terms of diversity of people.
So, what you're saying essentially is professionally, ISB was just as diverse, but maybe culturally, Yale is at a much better position compared to ISB. Given that we
Yes.
are on this topic, Rahul, just a little bit more in terms of see, I have also been at ISB, right? So I understand how the atmosphere at ISB is, but I have no idea or no basis on comparing how an ISB degree compares to or how an ISB experience compares to versus a Yale experience or a US B school experience. What's the major difference you would say over here?
So I'll say ISB was very like rigorous, like because in 1 year you have to do like required courses and like electives and then placements, and a lot of hard work was required to clear those courses,
Okay.
and it was not that easy to be honest. Here in Yale, actually, it's more of like what you really want to do, like in your life, and you choose the courses that you really want to do, and you try to excel in those things. So here, like you have much more freedom in terms of learning what you want to learn.
Hmm.
And having said that, ISB really gave me that fundamentals of management that I really wanted to have. Here in Yale, I am now like building on those fundamentals. So now I'm trying to do what I really wanted to do, but ISB degree is really helping me because I know a lot of things already because I've done an MBA. And this particular program also requires a pre MBA. Like if
Hmm.
you want to apply for Yale MAM, you must be having an MBA degree.
Got it. Makes sense. Makes sense. Definitely. Given that you are at Yale now, do you feel it's worth doing a second MBA? Is there something drastically different that you are learning apart from, of course, the global exposure and all that? It's worth the investment of time and money that someone is putting in. If someone, let's say, does not have to travel or does not want to pivot geographically, would you still consider this as a good investment?
I mean, it depends on a lot of things. So I got a scholarship. So that was also a driver for me to pursue this particular course in Yale.
Mhm.
Apart from that, it depends like what you really want out of this degree. Like for example, if you want to have that multicultural learning and cross-cultural learning, and you really want to see that how things work at like global scale, then I think it's a very good course. But like if you're like sole target is to like have a job, and that too not in the US, then I think like you can reconsider it, like if you get into Yale, like how much scholarship you are getting, like all those things, so what suits. for you well, it depends on that. So I think in my case, I got a good scholarship. I really wanted to have that global exposure. I also like have had some inclination to work in the US, so all things were like working for me, so that's why I joined.
Got it. One thing I remember from our conversation when I was, asking you if we could have this call, and you mentioned that I'm having a roller coaster sort of a journey right now. Could you elaborate on that a little bit? How has been the ride so far at Yale for you?
Yeah, so basically, one thing I really like about Yale is that you can take courses from other Yale colleges as well. For example, right now I'm in Yale SOM, Yale School of Management,
Okay.
and I am taking one course from Yale undergrad, which is Introduction to AI Application. I'm taking one course from Yale School of Drama in like acting, constructing a character, and in like next semester also I'm planning to take few courses from like Jackson School and all those things. So the learning, especially like the cross functional learning, is amazing here. And there are a lot of things that you can do in terms of clubs, in terms of taking courses, in terms of like socializing with people. So you have to choose like what you really want to do, otherwise it's very tough because you get overwhelmed with like so many opportunities, and you don't know what to do. So for me it was kind of a roller coaster ride, because I have to consciously think and let go things that I really wanted to do, because I have like now much more better things that I want to do. But it's not easy because you want to that as well, but you cannot because you have limited time. So that's why, yeah, there's a lot of opportunities in different directions, in terms of courses, in terms of socializing with people, in terms of like clubs, in terms of like leadership sessions. So yeah, you have to decide, and it's not that easy.
Got it. Got it. Makes sense. And how integrated is this course with the, let's say, full-time MBA program at Yale? Do you feel that you can even take classes there? And what also in terms of the employment opportunities? Are you a part of that cohort, or do you get placed separately? How does that work?
Yeah, so one thing I really like about Yale SOM is that these courses like MAM, MBA, MMS, and there are like other courses as well. They're like highly integrated with each other. So, for example, one class I'm taking on like effective communication. So now there are people from MBA, there are people from like my batch, there are people from other SOM courses, and there are people from different Yale colleges as well.
Okay.
So it's highly integrated. uh Sometimes like uh I mean, I am unable to see any kind of a difference. Only difference is that like this is 1 year, that is 2 year, and there are other 1 year courses as well. In
Mhm.
terms of placement also, there's a like CDO. There's a CDO, so basically you can discuss with them. There are a lot of coffee chats that they introduce, and you need to like engage with the recruiters. So all those activities happen, and it happens across, like it happens like with MBAs, MAMs, and other like GBS course. So I don't see much difference. But 1 year and 2 year, where 2 years has a strategic advantage of having an internship, which can really help them get a job, like faster or better. Because in the US, like you need to complete 2 semester course as per like my understanding. I need to check this fact as well, that you need 2 semesters at least to get like to start an internship. So that's the difference that I can see in terms of college, in terms of like learning. I think it's the same.
Sorry, you mentioned something as a CDO. Can you explain what's that?
So basically, uh, we have a team, like professional team in Yale. They help in our like career. It's a kind of a career development team, and they basically like discuss with you in terms of your CV, like how's your CV in terms of your career aspirations, and what companies you can target. You can have an appointment with them and can discuss anytime about all these things, and they're really helpful. And they can align you with the recruiters. They also take sessions on weekly basis where like they tell you like how they can help you in getting a job or in getting an internship or getting you connected with the recruiter. So basically this particular team is there to help you for your career development.
Got it. Rahul, one thing that most of my students right now are afraid of is the economic situation in US. I know this is your first year there, and you still may be figuring it out yourself as well. What's the vibe like at the campus? Are students generally worried about how the job scenario is, or do you think that's not even a discussion right now?
So I'll say definitely discussions are happening because the job market is not doing really well, and it's happening across. Like you take any university, any school, this particular thing is being discussed because jobs are like scarce, and there are like more people those who are applying for those jobs. So definitely it's not that easy. Having said that, I am seeing people getting recruited in like every sector, like consulting, IB, and other places. So jobs are there, but competition is more because of the job market and recession. So
Got it.
uh, it's yeah, it's not that easy, but yeah, if you work well, you do coffee chats, you connect with people, you know what you want, which is very important here, then I think you can get a role for yourself for sure.
Got it. And you're saying that essentially, as far as that front is concerned, you are part of the larger Yale ecosystem, right? Because it's not as if Yale is going to differentiate between a 1 year MBA or a 2 year MBA students. You are
Yeah,
part.
exactly.
Got it. So I think that
Exactly.
also helps a lot of students who are looking at this program as well. Um, I understand the class size is pretty small at the Yale MAM program, but you're telling me that you can, of course, take classes outside the program as well, and all that is happening. How is that really impacting your life? Because I know ISB has a 900 student strong class size. How is the difference here? I mean, what are you feeling? Can you walk us through that?
Yeah, so basically, as I told, like we have only two required courses,
Okay.
and the other courses are like we need to decide like what we want to do. So the class size, which is 40 right now, is like it's the people from MAM program, and like we are like amazing friends. So we take only two subjects together.
Okay.
Apart from that, most of the courses we are taking with other people like MBA, GBS, and other Yale colleges. So your networking is multifold here because you are meeting with a lot of people from different background. Having said that, you also get good connection within MAM community. So I think that particular aspect of being having 80% elective courses really helps you to connect with a larger real community, because normally as per my experience in the past, a lot of courses you have to do with your batch, and there are few courses that you take as elective, but here the scene is very different.
Makes sense, definitely. I think then the smaller class size probably does not really make that bigger difference here, from what I understand. Okay, so here is a very weird question for you. Is there anything that you hate about Yale that you did not like, or maybe something that would have been better if it did not exist at Yale?
Yeah, fewer opportunities would be better for me to decide. I think what I not so like about Yale is that there are a lot of things that you need to do, and sometimes you feel so overwhelmed and sometimes jealous that someone is doing something and you are not doing that. So that's something that I think it's not about Yale, it's about me that I need to change, because sometimes we like as I told you, like a lot of opportunities are there, and you need to decide what you really want to do and stick to that instead of like just trying to do everything.
Makes sense, definitely. I want to just jump, thread over here, and I want to talk a little bit about the application process at Yale MAM. Right now, how is this? Is this really different from the first MBA that you did, right? The application process there, and also can you give some tips, insights on what you did to sort of crack Yale and MAM, Yale MAM with such a good scholarship as well?
Yeah, so I think application process is like every US university or European university that they go for. So there'll be multiple essays that you need to write. They will ask you something, you need to write on that. Then they will ask you multiple things about your activities and your work experience, your GMAT or GRE score, and I think there are some video questions as well. Three video questions were there last time, so you need to answer that. And after submitting the application, if you get shortlisted, you get an interview call. Then you give an interview, and after that, if you clear the interview, you get an acceptance from Yale. So this is the process, and I think if someone really wants to apply to Yale MAM program, they need to start beforehand. This is the mistake that I did. You also know because we were working together on that, and thank you so much for that, because your reflection on my essays really helped me make them better. So one thing that the future applicants can do, that they start beforehand. They take like at least 2 months before the application deadline to start and reflect on their journey, and how they can tie it in those essays to make a very good story, a very good and authentic story, which could be utilized for that application. So I think that is very important. And if you are not given your GMAT or GRE, I think you should do that as well, because that is also mandatory. And apart from that, you can, in the process, you can also start practicing for the video questions, that how to uh, give those, because that is also very important.
Got it. And are there any qualities as such that Yale is looking at? Because a lot of students feel that there are certain qualities that B schools look at. Do you think that's true about Yale?
Uh, I don't think so, but as you go with the mission statement that we educate leaders for business and society, so I think they are looking for some social angle, maybe because it's there in their mission statement. So it would be amazing if you, like, if you have done something uh, like in social context, and if you can like bring that out, that would be good. Having said that, if you have not like done something in that area, I have seen a lot of people, those who are coming directly from consulting or directly from IB or other functions. So maybe like it it can be a, it can be an additional thing, but it's not something that is like is the thing. Like it must be there. It's not like that. If it's there, it's helpful.
Can you also reflect on your interview process? How did that go? And any maybe pointers on that?
Oh, interview was amazing. So the interview was very, uh, it was not an interview, it was a conversation actually.
Okay.
And the lady who took my interview was very considerate of the fact that I was in Gabon in a very remote area. So she was like, if there's any problem with signals or anything, you can let me know. And I think this one thing I really liked about Yale and even ISB, that their interviews are very like conversation based. So basically, they assume that you know what you are doing and they want to know more about that. So that was like the Yale interview where she wanted to know like what is my aspiration and why I applied for Yale, and like what are my future plans. And yeah, we had a great discussion for like 30 minutes or something, and I really liked the process and the way interview was done. It was amazing.
She was part of the admissions team, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, she was the part of admissions team.
Got it. Got it. And anything you did to prepare differently, or this is just like a conversation that you did for the maybe other B schools that you applied to as well?
So I think for the interview, I think as you know, we did few mock sessions of interview, so that really helped because uh, uh, I remember that you provided me a few feedbacks which really helped, like to look at the camera, the body language, the way I was speaking, like things I could like just tweak. So that helps. So I think if someone is going for an interview process, they should beforehand practice few mocks and then they should go instead of just like going there and giving the interview.
Got it. Got it. Rahul, I have a student actually. I think he's attending, even present right now. He's looking to apply to Yale MAM program this year, but he's slightly on the higher side when it comes to the work experience. And I think he's probably around 35 or 36 right now. Is that, do you have any thoughts on that? Is that okay to apply to Yale, or do you think he would be a misfit there for the MAM program?
So I think I we have few people with the age of like 36, 37. So that should not be a problem because average experience for this particular program is 31 and I think plus minus 5 6 is okay. So definitely the person you're talking about should apply if he really want to, or like he really wants to like go to Yale, and
Mhm.
all the best to him. Like,
Perfect, perfect. Okay, let's talk about what happened after you received an admit. So, if I remember correctly, you did get a scholarship, or maybe you
yeah.
negotiated for it. Can you just walk us through the process after that as well?
Yeah, so when I got an acceptance, so I got a merit scholarship,
Mhm.
and then Yale sends you a form like to apply for a need-based scholarship, need-aware scholarship they call it.
Okay,
So I filled that also, and I got like need-aware scholarship as well,
okay,
and then I further discussed with them and they increased my scholarship. So Yale is I don't know about other B schools because I don't have much experience, but ISB, Yale is amazingly well in giving scholarship, and they're very generous, and they are actually going to consider if there's a genuine case. So a scholarship you get like merit based and then need aware. So there are two kinds of scholarship that you get from Yale.
and you don't need to do anything separately in your application for the scholarship. Even the need-based one was a form that you filled later after you got an admit.
Yeah, so merit based you don't need to do anything. They will give you if they think like you should get it. For need aware, when you get into the program, you apply for that, and then there's a deadline for that, and then they finally like provide like give their decisions on the need aware scholarship. But as far as I know, if you show your genuine like things, and if like everything is fine, they give you need aware as well, because I have seen a lot of people getting need aware scholarship as well.
And you mentioned that you discussed with them and then they upped your scholarship. So, did you provide them some updates or maybe used other offers of some other B schools? How did you leverage them into giving you more?
Yeah, so basically I provided them with the documentations like of my financials and like what is the situation right now, and then they considered that. So then
Okay,
they increased my scholarship.
got it. Got it. Perfect. I think that's really good to know as well. Perfect. I think those were the questions that I had from the application point of view. Rahul, what's next for you? What are you excited about next at Yale and even after Yale? What's your plans?
So I have like few plans in my mind. So one is that I want to work with this multilateral organization like UN, World Bank, IMF. So I'm trying in that, or like I want to work with international not for profit, so I'm working on that as well. So
Mhm.
I'm excited about that because this is, though I've worked in impact sector in India for some time for like different places, but this time I really want to take like I really want to go on some leadership roles and like work at global level. So let's see how it goes. My plan B will be like like get a job in supply chain. So because as we all know that market conditions are not that great, so we should be having the backup plans or something. So yeah, I'm excited about this journey and I'm enjoying it, and it's going great as of now.
Perfect, perfect. So we have one question here. Let me just take it up right now. So the question is that Rishabh says that he has heard that the Yale MAM is for recent MBA graduates. Right now, he has completed his MBA 8 years back. So would that be okay? Do you think it's it's acceptable. What's your opinion on that?
I think that is acceptable because I know few friends of mine who completed their MBAs like 7 years, 8 years back, and they
Okay.
are in Yale MAM program right now. So uh, that should be acceptable. I think you should be having a GMAT score, the recent GMAT score, that is required. So if you have that, you have already done an MBA, then definitely you can apply for Yale MAM.
Got it. Got it. Perfect. Thanks for answering that, Rishabh. Ritesh, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to shoot right now. But Rahul, I want to thank you for taking the time out and doing this with me. I was really excited about this call because I wanted to also check up with you on what's going on at Yale. I know you were super excited last year as well, and just wanted to see how the journey has been so far for you.
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much to you too, because I think as you remember, I mean, your your reflections and your suggestions really helped me to improve my application, and even like interview also, the suggestions you provided, it really helped. So uh, thanks to you. I mean, it really helped. And yeah, I think it's been a while, and it's really nice talking to you after so long.
Likewise, Rahul, thank you so much. I would really love to catch you again, maybe after the Yale MAM is done and you are then maybe moving forward in your journey. I would love to interact with the entire experience. How has that been and how has that helped you push forward in your journey? So,
Sure, for sure.
thanks,
Thank you so
Rahul.
much
Take
for
care and
calling me.
have a great day.
You too. Take care. Take care, everyone.